Morning, folks. I'm back already. I may or may not have been uploading my video when I went to say, oh, I need to grab the original links to stick in my description because I like to do that. You know, nice to be fair. Link back to her original videos so she can get a view. Then I noticed she had another one. I was like, oh no, I kind of have to go for it. So I thought, why not? I'll just quickly get this recorded. So we're just going to jump straight into it. It's Weigh in Week 6: Beating Food Addiction, Denial, and Anger. I hadn't read the title before. I just read it there for you guys, and I'm like, oh no. None of this sounds fun. This sounds really overly dramatic, which is not my favorite type of Amber stuff. I prefer silly, goofier content and stuff like that. This, yeah, okay. Well, jumping into it. Let's go.
Hey guys,
Hey
welcome
guys.
to week 6 of my weigh-ins. So in this weigh-in video, it's gonna go like all the other ones. I'm gonna answer 5 weight-related
God,
body...
I forgot about that. I forgot about how she has that. By the way, I'm putting this up to 1.25. I feel like I need to nowadays. I'm sorry. Like, I know some of you guys are here for the one-time speed content, but no, just no. I forgot she was doing the 5 questions, so I hate the 5 questions. It's like I say every time, just stop. You always get upset about people, like, asking you impersonal questions and stuff like that you don't like, so just don't do it.
First one is, what's helping you this time? A lot of people say 1 day at a time, and I disagree. I feel like it's one discomfort at a time.
Oh.
You guys have been hearing me say the word
Yeah, we have heard you say discomfort a lot. If you haven't seen the last video, she claims discomfort. I'm just going to explain it, and then I'll let her explain it. We'll see how well we match up. She pretty much is arguing that you get better through discomfort. So when she sits there and she feels hungry, she is very uncomfortable and nearly in pain because she's so hungry. Or something, because her body just wants to eat because she's so addicted to food. So she's in a lot of discomfort. And then she just has to like struggle through it, and she sets a timer for an hour, and if she still feels like that after an hour, she thinks she's actually hungry then, so she'll eat, which is really dumb because that's not how anything works, and I don't really believe it, because last time she was talking about it, she was like, 2 hours ago I wanted to eat, and I said no, and I put up an alarm, and then an hour later I didn't feel like I wanted to eat anymore, and I was like, I've beaten that, I got through that discomfort, I've beaten it, guys. And then an hour later I felt hungry, so I just made myself some some food, and it's like, but so you did it once. You didn't do it for the next time. You just did it once, and then just was like, oh no, next time I feel it though, I'm just gonna eat straight away. I'm not gonna follow my own rule. It's really dumb, really goofy. None of it makes sense. And then she tried to compare it to her brother's withdrawal from drugs, and it's like, well, he managed his discomfort. I can manage my discomfort, and it's like they're very different things.
Comfort a lot lately, and I think I want to explain a little bit more.
You gotta see if it matches.
I mean by discomfort. So when I feel the urge to eat, when it's just like out of boredom or out of like emotional eating or just like the food addict in me, that is the discomfort I'm talking
about. Not the binge eater anymore, just the plainly the food addict now. I'm glad that you have diagnosed yourself.
About. Normally, I would just cave into those cravings, I would cave into those feelings, and I would just eat not because I was hungry. Listen, it's not when I'm hungry. That's like the deciding factor here. Because if I'm hungry, obviously I'm going to eat something, but I'm going to go ahead and choose healthier options.
No, that's not even... I said this last time as well. That's not even... Just because you're hungry doesn't mean you have to eat. If you've already had your caloric intake for the day, you don't need to eat. I just don't get it. It's just also I love it. She's like acting like this is like a brand new thing. It's like, guys, I've realized something. Sometimes I eat when I don't even need to. It's like, yeah, you're like 520. How at no point during the last 6-7 years of your weight loss journey have you realized that sometimes you just eat when you don't need to? Like, now she's acting like, oh, guys, I just realized. Like, what are you talking about?
Protein, fruit, veggies. Like if I'm hungry, it's not like my standard mealtime, then I will allow myself to eat one of those things. But what I mean by like discomfort is when I just want to eat. It's the food addict. I'm not actually hungry. It's more so head hunger and not like true body hunger. I'm this size because
so
normally I would never have that discomfort. I would never allow myself to become.
Does she... I get it, she's center of the universe, everything like that. Does she not realize that for a lot of people that are like that, a lot of people just like bored eat and stuff, you know? A lot of people do just go like, I'm not really hungry, but I'll want a packet of crisps. I'll get a packet of crisps. Stuff like that, you know? Like, a lot of people do it, they just don't do it constantly. They don't do it nearly as much as her. She's like explaining like you know, wanting to eat food. You know, that, like, does she really think, like, this is, like, a new concept she has to explain to people? It's like, guys, what you don't understand is sometimes, even when you aren't hungry, you want to eat. You know, guys, I know you sit down. As a you know, a food addict expert here, I'm able to tell you this crucial information. It's like, bro, we know, everyone knows, children know that. Children aren't hungry and they can have a bag of sweets, you know, because they just lack self-control. That's the thing. It's about control. Because I might be sitting there and I might be like, oh, you know what, I really want a glass of Coke. I already had a glass of Coke there for lunch. Okay, I'm just gonna have some water. I'm just gonna have water. But I want a glass of Coke. You know, I'm not thirsty. I just want to drink something. You know, but I feel like this is like, isn't this obvious? It's no different from like alcohol. Like, you know, it's like, oh well, I kind of want to drink a beer. I kind of want to drink a beer. Like, I don't need to because I'm not thirsty or anything. I just want to have a beer. You know, this is dumb.
Uncomfortable because I would just cave and I'd be like, oh, I want hot Cheetos, sure. Oh, I want chocolate, sure. Oh, I want to order takeout, sure. But saying no is where I become uncomfortable and there's a discomfort feeling. It's just one of those at a time. And I want to say in a day,
I can't believe she's explaining this.
And they don't last long. They don't at all. It's like waves. It comes in waves, lasts about 3 minutes, and the more I say no, the easier it is becoming. And it's like a muscle, a willpower muscle, metaphorically here. It's like the more you use it, the more you use that muscle, the stronger it's going to become. And
this is so lame.
You know, I know this journey isn't going to be perfect. You guys have seen me drastically gain weight. My whole
by her whole general demeanor, though, I'm gonna guess she's lost weight. So for her whole general demeanor here, she's preaching, she's talking down at us like we're all children, that we're all too stupid to understand what eating is. So I'm assuming she's lost weight, and that's why she's way up on her high horse right now. But how does she get on and answer this question without realizing she looks really dumb by just explaining to people what eating is? Like, it's. Yeah, everyone does it. Everyone, it's like sometimes it's like, oh, I really want a McDonald's. You know, like, it happens all the time. You know, especially with younger people because it's before they had self-control or money worries. I think probably for most people it's probably money worries. Where they're like, oh, you know what? I really want Chinese. I'll get a Chinese. Oh, but should I get egg rolls with it? I don't really. I never finish them. But I think I'll get angry. That everyone's experienced that. It's so normal, isn't it? Isn't that so normal? I don't know. Maybe I'm mental. Maybe I am the crazy one here. But for me, this is like, oh come, bro, this is like daily living. So it's just the standard thing. But she's here explaining this like we are genuinely children who don't know what it's like to just want to eat something and be like, nah, probably shouldn't. You know, this. I don't know why that. I'm sure I've talked about this for 5 minutes now. I don't know why that triggered me so hard, but I was triggered.
Journey on YouTube, and that's just like reality of a lot of people who try to lose weight. And unfortunately, mine is on YouTube, documented under a spotlight. There it is. And I know that's my fault. Most people who reach my weight, they have the same past. It's constant yo-yo dieting, and all you're really doing is just like gaining weight. And I think to finally be successful, something has to click up here. And something clicked for me, and it's the fact that I
Bro, you're 1 week into this. 1 week into this. Stop it. Stop it. You are actually just 1 week into this. This is exactly what I said at the end of my last video. The problem with so many people is that they tell themselves, I've got this. I'm amazing. I got this sorted. Yeah, all those other times I failed, but this time I decided I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it. And they just like pat themselves so hard on the ass that they end up slipping because they've already praised themselves. They've already got all the recognition and acknowledgement and yay, you're so amazing that they want. They got the dopamine hits, so they just don't care. You know what? I'm doing so good. I could have a pizza and then done. They're done. Ground yourself. Ground yourself. It's embarrassing because I don't know how many times, just in the short time I've been covering this channel, that I have seen her be like, oh my god, guys, I tried a diet and oh my god, this is the one, guys. Oh my god, I didn't realize how much I love keto. Oh, not actually keto, low carb. Oh, yeah, Ozempic. Oh, yeah, water fasting. Oh, smoothies. Oh, and it's just like, bro, you've done this so many times that you're like, it clicked, and I'm cured now, and it's working now, and I'm going to lose the weight this time. so many times that this is why people get frustrated. Like I said last time as well, is why people get frustrated with you. Okay, girl, I'm sassy. I'm sassy tonight. I don't even know why. Why am I sassy? She doesn't care. She doesn't care at all. Yeah, good girl. She's having me sleep beside the chair here because she's donzos. She's donzo. She can't be asked with that. Maybe she's like, oh, he seems frustrated. I'm gonna go over there and be emotional support doggo.
Discomfort.
We're still in the first question.
This word from me a lot, and you're probably gonna get really freaking annoyed. But I've come
just like food addiction.
That is what is holding me back, and that is what has been messing me up. Because every time I feel that uncomfortable feeling, and I have to sit there with my feelings, and I have to sit there and process, why do you really want to eat right now? Because your ass is not hungry. Normally, those are the times where I would cave, and I didn't want to like dive deeper into how I'm feeling and all that stuff. But now that I'm willing to do that, it has just made this journey so much easier. Next question: are you afraid that getting weight loss surgery will make your relationship with food more complicated? No, I don't, because right now my relationship with food isn't complicated at all. This is the healthiest, mindset wise, the healthiest I have been with food, I think, my whole life.
Since last week? No, wait, since the week before that. Oh no, sorry. Since the week before that. This is why I say this is leading towards the fall. You know, it's a thing we're seeing a million times before. Like, the sheer smugness. Like, the person saying, oh, do you think maybe it's going to make it more complicated? Because, yeah, it is going to make it more complicated. Your stomach's going to be the size of, like, what is it? Like, a tangerine at the start? Maybe even smaller than that. Like, a 50p. I don't know, tiny. It's going to be a lot more complicated. So much more complicated. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very difficult. And it's so easy to mess it up, like a lot of people have. Boogie, Wings of Redemption, all those ones. All messed it up. And she said, nah, it's good, because like a couple days ago I started doing better because I decided I wasn't going to eat something a couple times. Yeah, it's basically going to be a walk in the park. It's like, bro, reasonable expectations, steady yourself, and prepare for the onslaught, you know, because it's going to be hard. But you have to go in being like, this is going to suck, you know, this is really going to suck. This is not going to be fun. It's not fun. Losing weight is not fun. Exercising can be fun, but losing weight is not fun because you can be like, oh, do you know what? I enjoy exercising. I enjoy going for a hike up in the mountains. Oh, I like jogging, whatever. But it's still not fun because it's not just the hike and the jog. It's that and the lower food and waking up early before work so you have time to go to the chat. All that. So it's not fun. Her coming in with this silly mindset, and it's like, well, I get Alexa to set an alarm, and if I haven't chewed my arm off by the end of it, then woohoo, I've won, guys. Tee-hee, everything's great, and it's never going to get hard. It's like, dude, with all respect, you're not in the right mindset whatsoever for this, if this is the attitude you're going into it. Yes, that's if this is even happening. Like I said, I'm leaning towards just being just a role play, really, from her, because just how silly everything is and how little information we've honestly got about the weight loss surgery so far.
Life, and I can say that with my full chest. Like, my whole life, I have not felt so at ease around food. I am understanding nutrition more because I now see a dietitian.
Bro, you've seen it. I've seen a dietitian. You went to your classroom for a tiny amount of time. You've claimed to have seen dietitians before. You've claimed to have talked to specialists before. You've claimed to talk to a dozen different... It was only a couple months ago you were like, my life has changed and now I can finally lose weight because I spoke to a lipedema specialist instead of a lymphedema specialist, which are basically the same thing. Because the one you spoke to was a specialist in both, because they're basically the same thing. And it was back then, you're like, oh, guys, it's finally sorted. And here we are a couple months later. You are heavier than you were then. It's just... God, I know. This is going to be around... Guys, it's going to be a ranty episode.
At the weight loss clinic where I want to get weight loss surgery, and I took a dietitian course, and it's like,
you did some e-learning. You did some e-learning. You read a brochure online. Calm yourself down. You already have told us 1 billion times you're a weight loss specialist, and people shouldn't give you advice because you know how to count calories and you know what macros are and micros are and all that malarkey. And now you're like, guys, you know what? I'm basically a dietitian myself now because I spoke to a dietitian once 2 weeks ago, and then I did an online course like that lasted like an hour. Well, guys, you better listen to me from now on. I'm going to tell you all about the vitamin intake that you like. piss off.
So everything that I have known before, I was obviously right, but I never took the steps.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh Christ. Oh, the narcissism. Well, everything I knew before. Well, guys, I was obviously all still right with all of that before. Like, yes, I have absolutely ballooned in weight, and I'm so much heavier than I was 6 months. But you know, guys, guys, like, I was basically an expert, but now I'm like a double expert. I'm like a PhD expert, whatever they're called. Like, this is the smuggest I've seen her in a while, so she must have had a good weight loss.
My weight loss journey, while accepting the discomfort. Again, we're back with that discomfort. Like, that is literally it for me. And it's like,
buzzword of the week.
If you don't, you don't. You're probably looking at me like I have a third head. Third question. Speaking of three.
No, do you know what the thing is? I actually understand considerably better than you do, because most people understand wanting to get something and not getting it. Are you insane? Look at the wee smug face she has on. She's like, I'm talking to the plebs. I'm explaining to them what eating's like. Fuck, I'm flushed. I'm all flushed here. I know. You're giving me side-eye down there. She's giving me side-eye. She is like, what the come on, bro. Bro, you're losing it. This isn't worth it. Amberlynn's not worth it. This is the silliest she's been in a while. The smugness is off the charts. Her honestly, stupidity is off the charts, which is kind of why I laughed so hard when she was like, oh, I'm always right and I'm such an expert. Because it's like, bro, you sound like an idiot. You actually sound like an idiot. I don't like to just spam that as like, you're an idiot, you sound dumb, you are so dumb. I don't like to do that because I think that's really weak criticism. It's like some guy I'm doing like a tangent. Some guy I'm doing a video on. I like he constantly does that. He just screams, "You're an idiot!" And I always go like, "That's really bad." But she sounds so dumb when she is like smugly explaining to people what eating is. I'm sorry, I have to cover this point to death. Woosah, let's go. Oh, she's leaving. She's giving up on me.
So there is a such thing as someone who binges versus someone who has binge eating disorder.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just going to quickly, because, okay, probably going to start playing there because I'm not going to show, the last couple of questions are just goofy, because, okay, the third question was, like, do you read the comments, how do you feel, and does that affect your eating, and she pretty much said, yeah, people are mean in my comments, and because of that, they make me eat more, because people are mean, and I have to eat more then, which is just, like, blaming the audience, like, again. The second one, then, well, the fourth in the line is, what is your favorite fruit and vegetable? Her favorite fruit is pineapple, which is, like, duh, obviously. Her favorite vegetable is broccoli, and of course she just has to go, because, like, Feline really likes how I make it. It's like, bro, it's broccoli. It's broccoli. Yeah, it's broccoli. Like, it's not a secret formula. It's broccoli. Calm yourself down. And now this one, which is about, when was the last time you binged? She said about 3 weeks ago. We'll probably pick it up from here then, because she's talking about binging, okay? So this is going to be another food addiction versus binge eating disorder thing.
Those two things can happen separately. And what I mean by that, and what I have recently learned, and actually what my psychologist has told me as well, is that you don't have to have binge eating.
But your psychologist, you haven't been to your psychologist in ages. You left it ages ago. And you haven't got a new one. You literally told us in the last video that they were meant to call you back and they haven't yet to organise anything, and it's meant to happen on Monday. This is Sunday. You haven't spoke to the psychologist yet, and you're already saying, oh, well, my psychologist has informed me, you know. It's like, no, they haven't. You only came up with this nonsense like a week and a half ago. Stop it. Oh, God, you're bad at this. You're bad at your timetable here.
Order to binge on occasion. I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just not going to get into that. And there were
you've got into it consistently, so much so that now you've just lied and said that your psychologist has told you this recently, but you've been out of outpatients for ages. You haven't been near a psychologist in ages. You quit your psychologist ages ago to get ready for this new psychologist that you haven't started yet. You just caught yourself in a lie there. Amberlynn would lie to me. I'm disgusted.
Times during my appointments with my psychologist where she did present me with, it sounds to me like you just binge on occasion. And you know what? I think I used binge eating disorder as a crutch and as an excuse. And also,
so now, she was never diagnosed with binge eating disorder. Her psychologist at some point in history because she's trying to make it sound like this happened a week ago. Apparently not. But it's like, no, it's like binge eating disorder was never diagnosed. Instead, look at her. She's sitting staring off here, like trying to like think of what to say next. Like she's all puckered up, like. It's like, bro, if you're gonna lie and make up all this stuff, maybe script it first. I have no idea. Stop trying to think of it on the fly because you're not very good at it because you've already caught yourself out entirely, bro. That's so bad. But now it's like, oh, I was never actually diagnosed with binge eating disorder. Actually, my psychologist said, you binge maybe once or twice occasionally. I just ran and then I read too much into that. And so you were diagnosed with it then. Now you've just diagnosed yourself with food addiction instead.
As denial, and I just didn't want to be like my parents, and that's really sad. Were your parents binge eaters? I thought they were like normal weight. What? Maybe I misunderstood that, but that doesn't make any sense to me. I was in such denial, and I didn't want to call myself an addict. And
oh, that binge eater is a food addict. They binge because they're addicted to food. That's what? Maybe if they binge ate on a TV next to me, if they ate TV, if they ate LED TVs, okay, they wouldn't be addicted to food. They'd be addicted to LED TVs. But like, like I'm pretty sure that if you eat food and are like constantly binging on food, and anytime something bad happens to you, you rush over and eat as much food as you can, you are addicted to food. Binge eating disorder isn't like a separate entity. This is so goofy. It's so weird.
The reality is, I am addicted to junk, and I'm addicted to takeout, and that's just the reality. I'm so mad at past Amberlynn. Even the Amberlynn from a month ago, I'm sorry for her, and I wish she wouldn't have been in such a denial for so long and in delusional land for so long.
This is like I said when she first announced this. This is the lymphedema thing. This is just that all over again. Where like she always says like, guys, I have lymphedema, and due to that, it's so hard for me to lose weight, guys. Oh my god, over and over and over again. And then she finally gets like diagnosed, if she ever did. I question everything she said. I understand why Oh Lord Is Jordy is like constant conspiracy theories. I get that now because like wow, just seeing her the past like couple weeks has been mind blowing. But then she got like, oh, I've been diagnosed with lipedema, guys. Oh, of course. No wonder I couldn't lose weight, because I was trying to lose weight based on the idea I had lymphedema, not lipedema. It's like, aren't they basically exactly the same thing? No. Lipedema means you can only lose weight with keto, because even if I only ate 800 calories a day, I would still put on weight if I wasn't doing it correctly based on lipedema instead of lymphedema. It's like, what magic are you talking about? Now we have this. It's like, guys, I just realized why I couldn't lose weight, because I always thought I had binge eating disorder, but actually I don't. I'm just addicted to food. It's like, isn't like the general treatment of those just like the same? like eating a moderate amount at set times and not letting go and like letting loose and just eating whatever you want in between because it means you'll like eat a lot. Like, isn't the treatment basically the same? I'm no psychologist. Don't take any of my advice on mental health or food addiction or anything like that. But like, isn't it's just that again? We're just doing the same game again.
Document my journey. And if that includes the journey up here,
oh god, the nonsense.
Then I want to include that because I want to let people know that they're not alone. Things are possible. Obviously, our stories.
This is also really bad. And one of the reasons why I said before, like the reason I'm interested in her and like people like Boogie298 is because they're manipulators. And also because they pose themselves to be good people, which is something obviously all manipulators do, because very few manipulators would ever pose themselves to be a negative person, because then you wouldn't listen to them. But she really does that, and she's like, guys, I'm here for you so you can learn from me and we can go on this journey together. It's like, no one learn or take any advice from Amberlynn. No one take any advice from Boogie. They're terrible examples. Like, just look at their track record and you'd be like, oh, these people are train wrecks. I shouldn't learn anything from them because they don't even know themselves. So, like, this is why I find people like this kind of fascinating and also kind of frustrating at times, because it's like she is out here trying to give advice, and we've already caught her in a lie this video, and she is just saying nonsense so far this video.
can be similar, but they're not the same. So what might work for me might not work for you, vice versa. But I know that there is a comfort feeling in not feeling alone. And I felt alone for so long. And I'm still over here like on YouTube, like looking up weight loss journey, and you're like, you know, just things where I can feel like I can be connected to someone else. And obviously you can find that sort of comfort with people around you in real life, like I do. Like Feline is so there for me, and my mom and my aunt. Like I have family and friends and people who are there for me. But
did you forget your brother this time? Did you seriously forget your brother this time? Oh, I got a headache. Amberlynn, you've given me a headache. It's been a hard watch. Maybe three episodes. Why do I keep saying episodes instead of videos? 3 videos of yours in a day. Whew, this is some hard work I'm doing here for you.
And I want people to be able to come on here and feel some sort of like connection. And I used to say all the time, I want to be an inspiration.
You aren't.
And I still do. But more than anything,
you aren't. But you just aren't. You just aren't an inspiration. Maybe, do you know what? Come to me when you're 200 pounds and I'll say you're an inspiration. Come to me when you're 200 pounds. I will gladly say that you're an inspiration. But right now, like a week and a half into this new weight loss thing, where you're acting like an expert and talking down to people and just being ungodly smug. It's because I remember like I think it was the end of the last episode. I can't remember exactly now, but I was sitting there saying like, you know, I was criticizing her a lot, and I was like, but you know, hopefully she does lose the weight. But the problem is, and I don't want to come across as bitter or like, you know, it's like, oh, they don't want me to lose weight. It's like, I don't know what, work away, lose weight. It doesn't affect me in any way what weight you are. But hopefully you lose weight. Fingers crossed you do. But the problem is when you're so, like, smug, like smug is the best word for it. When you're so smug and condescending and manipulative, is why people don't then root for you. You make it hard for people to like you or root for you or support you in any way. Because now, she's going to announce here in a minute probably that she's lost weight. Because like I said, she's so over the top here. 100% I think she's lost weight. But I'm not going to be like, oh, that's good. Oh, congratulations, I'm happy for you. Because I'm like, you've been that dick this entire episode. I don't feel happy for you now. Because you're just so annoying. You know?
I don't want people to feel alone. I feel like I'm rambling and I don't even remember what I was talking about. I literally don't. I'm just like rambling. So I know I said I was gonna answer 5 questions, but there is another one. People were wondering if I went to a weight loss seminar online or if I did it in person. I did it online because I know there has been some confusion because I've been receiving Instagram messages about this. People think that my weight loss appointment was a seminar. No, it was not a seminar. It was an appointment where we got to see the surgeon talk to us. We got to have a class with like a dietitian.
What do you... I'm even more confused about this whole weight loss thing now because like you made it sound like you were there in a group with people and then you went and talked to someone who had gone through your issues and you went and talked to them in a side room and they added you on Facebook. How could you do that in an online seminar with a bunch of people? That doesn't make any sense. And you started talking to it about it the same day you apparently went. I'm not buying any of this now. I'm not buying any of this at all.
And like the insurance people were there. It was like this whole education class.
Why were the insurance people there? They don't cover you. What are you talking about? You've already proven 3 times that insurance doesn't cover you. So why are the insurance people there for your meeting with the doctor? What are you talking about? Were there other people there or not? Then it's a seminar. If you're sitting there with a big group of people all watching something happen on like a stage or something like that, or you're sitting around them and there's like 20 of you there, it's a seminar. But now you're saying like the bit where there are other people there was online, but now what you're describing is like we met with all these different people, including the insurance agents. Like why would you meet insurance agents who aren't covering you? This doesn't make any sense. But do you know what? If I've misunderstood this, correct me, please, in the chat. In the comment section, even. I forgot I'm not doing a live stream here because I'm just kind of rambling now. But bro, this is goofy.
And then after the class, you stayed, and that was to see the dietitian one-on-one and to ask the surgeon or the insurance people any questions. And like you saw the doctor there actually. They like did my blood pressure and I got my weight there. So yeah, no, it was not a seminar because I know a lot of people were confused about that.
No, what you just described sounds like a seminar. That a big group of people were there, all listened to like a presentation, and then afterwards you could go up and ask them any individual question you have. That sounds like a seminar. Did she seriously just watch something online, and now she's doing this big storyline about it to try and grift attention? Because I called it in the last episode that this all feels like it's starting to be just like a couple episodes I called this was just clickbait, but like it was last episode where I was just like, this seems dodgy. This doesn't seem real anymore. Yeah, I'm not buying any of this now.
So now onto my weight. So last Sunday I was 515.0 after losing 5 pounds that week. So yay me. And today I was 508.2. So that's 6.8 pounds down in 1 week. So that's pretty much 7 pounds.
Yeah, what you said was literally impossible to do, and it's crazy that people would ever try and do something like that. And here you are. You lost 7 pounds in a week. Okay.
So I usually just have one of those a day, and then for my 2 other meals, I'll just like cook something. And I do want to do a few like what I ate today videos, but I didn't want to like...
I don't know, like for so you have a snack plate a day, and for your 2 other meals, wasn't part of the recommendation you claimed you got from the dietitian is to eat like 4 or 5 or 6 times a day, to do small meals spread out through the entire day? Now you're claiming that you only eat 3 times a day. I'm assuming you have breakfast, and then you have the snack plate. I'm assuming for lunch, I guess, and then dinner. Like, so you're not. So once again, you're not following the instruction of these made-up people.
Just like sticking to a program, I am taking away all of my control, and I'm giving it to somebody else. And I trust the surgeon. I trust these dietitians. I trust this program wholeheartedly. I'm just feeling good.
But you're not following it. You're not following it. Oh, I put my trust into someone else and put my control into someone else. So you're still watching like Oh Lordy, It's Geordie, I think, again. It's him or Zachary Michael. I watch both of them. Sometimes they get mixed up. Where they pretty much just said the biggest problem with you is that you always had to be the one in control, and now you're just suddenly being, I'm just giving all my control to someone else, and it's amazing. And it's like, you haven't. you haven't. You talked about the different systems they wanted you to do and all this kind of stuff that they've limited you to and diet plans and all, and apparently you haven't followed any of it. You're meant to be eating like 5 or 6 meals spread out throughout the day, and you're like, oh yeah, I eat 2 meals and have some snacks. You know, it's like, okay, but the snacks you all have at once, so like it's not 6 meals spread out throughout the day to keep you going.
Anyways, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for listening to this weigh-in video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
So I had to quickly dart across. It's like, oh god, she's signing off here. Everybody gets shown another ad or something. Yeah, this is silly. Like her smugness is unbearable. She's hard to like in this situation because she is just being really smug and really condescending and also wrong a lot. Like, but I don't know. For people who really dislike her, I bet they're really happy right now because like, you know, they're kind of waiting for the fall, you know, when she's this smug and this up her own butt. I think everyone's just kind of waiting for the fall. And even if she doesn't fall and she's successful, I don't think people are going to be overly happy because she's being so smug and irritating. So we're kind of stuck in an annoying catch-22 here, but I think I've rambled enough. Sorry, this one was a lot ramblier, a lot bitchier as well than my other ones. But it was just like, some of what she was saying was just outstandingly dumb, and I just think smuggling is not as fun as regular Amberlynn, because it's just like, how are we doing this again? How are we year whatever into your weight loss journey where you're so much heavier than you were when you started? And you're sitting here being smug about how you're so good and so smart and you're an expert and everything you know is right and you're always right about everything. And it's like, then why are we still here? Why are we still playing this game? But yeah, guys, I want to thank my Patreons. Frank, S. Haley, Samuel P. I'm just saying, an absolutely massive thanks so much for donating, subscribing, all that malarkey to the channel. But yeah, guys, really do hope you enjoyed this, even though it was a wee bit bitchier. Yeah, that's gonna be me. I feel like I need to go and have a sleep after this one. So yeah, guys, have a good one. Bye bye.